everybody. Welcome to the pregame show of Oklahoma's games this week. They have two of them between the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Now, before I get into our pregame, I have to go back to what happened between our two opponents for this week, Texas Tech and Oklahoma State, last 2 days ago, Saturday night, in Lubbock, Texas. And first of all, I know that Texas Tech, Oklahoma fans know this from the football team, they have a pretty rowdy crowd. You know, they have rowdy people. They have a rowdy crowd. They have teams. They have fans that are always ready to get on. And I think that it wasn't necessarily smart to do what he did in the Texas Tech fan. But then again, it also wasn't smart for what Smart did by going to confront him and pushing him and shoving him, because things could have really gotten out of hand. And you know, I think that also it goes to the coaching staff also for OSU and Travis Ford, who we're going to talk about this year in a minute, who's in his sixth year at Oklahoma State and 16 years coaching. So he should have known a little better that, you know, this might happen. This might be an upset. The fans might come storming the court, and then things really get exponentially bad. Because if that were to happen, and then Marcus were to be confronted by not only him but another fan, then it happens on. Then there's mayhem, really bad. As far as the Tech fan, no, he should not have said what he said. Racially or non-racially, you do not need to be talking to players in that manner. But he has the right to paying as much money and getting those ticket prices the way that he does. He has the right to do that. Yes. Should he do it? No. And he definitely shouldn't do it towards the end of the game, you know, right where he knows that the other player can hear him. If you believe the Texas Tech side, basically all he said was, you know, that he was a load of crap. And you go onto YouTube, and actually the Texas Tech people actually found video evidence of that is what they think what he said. But as far as this side of the state is concerned, you think that it might have been racial. He even said to John Holcomb, who I respect wholeheartedly. He lives up there in Stillwater. He's the play-by-play voice for OSU Cowboy football and basketball, as Toby Rowland is for my Sooners. And that's basically, that's what he said that Marcus said. Now, in that point, it is hearsay. It is very loud in that stadium. But to even say anything at that point to any player, it's just not called for, and I hope that it doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen again. And I hope that if it does happen again next time, I hope that it's not as drastic. I hope it stays about the same, because things did not get out of hand. Things did not get too crazy. I think a lot of it had to do with it happened towards the end of the game. If it would have happened at the start of the game, who knows what would have happened. But forget all that, because it's our time to take on Texas Tech, and it's our time to take on Oklahoma State. With that being said, the Raiders from 2012 and 2013 will be in 2013-2014 will be in Norman in a couple of days. The 2012-2013 Red Raiders went 11-20 last year. They lost in the second round of the Big 12 tourney to the University of Kansas Jayhawks, 91-63 in Kansas City. They are head coached by Tubby Smith in his first year at Texas Tech. He's coached for 22 years with career wins set at 511 to career losses at 226, a winning percentage of 0.693. He's also been at the University of Tulsa. He was there from 91 to 95. From 95 to 97, he was at the University of Georgia. From 97 to 07, for 10 years, he was at Kentucky. 07 to 2013, he was at Minnesota. And then presently, he is at the University of Texas Tech. The leading returning scorers for Tech, number 30, Jay Crockett, and 32, Jordan Tolbert. Jay Crockett, number 30, he averaged 11.87 points per ball game last year for the Red Raiders, while averaging 0.65 assists per ball game and 5.62 rebounds per ball game last year for the Raiders. While Jordan Tolbert, he averaged, number 32, Jordan Tolbert, he averaged 9.87 points per ball game last year, 0.36 assists per ball game last year, and 5.45 rebounds per ball game last year for the Raiders of Texas Tech. As for the Oklahoma half of the stadium, they are the Sooners. From 2012 and from 2013, they went 2012, losing in the NCAA second round, 70-55 to San Diego State University. Their head coach is Lon Kruger in his third year at Oklahoma. Lon averages, in 27 years, he's averaged 514 wins to 331 losses. Winning percentage of 0.608. He started his coaching career at Texas Pan American from 83 to 86, went home to Kansas State from 86 to 90, then went to Florida from 90 to 96, before heading to Illinois from 96 to 2000. He then headed to the NBA for two stints. From 2000 to 2003, he was with the NBA Atlanta Hawks. And then from 03 to 04, he was with the NBA's New York Knickerbockers, before returning to college basketball in 04 to 2011, where he was at UNLV. And then now, 2011 to present, he's at OU, Oklahoma. As for scoring leaders, returning scorers, they are as follows. Number 24, Buddy Hield, and number 21, Cameron Clark. First of all, Buddy Hield, number 24. Buddy last year averaged 7.82 points per ball game, while averaging 1.85 assists per ball game and 4.19 rebounds per ball game last year for Oklahoma. While Cameron Clark, last year he averaged 6.47 points per ball game, 0.45 assists per ball game, and 3.19 rebounds per ball game for the Sooners, coming off of the bench. And then, as they should, they finish Bedlam. Now in football, there's only one meeting. It's in Stillwater. The fun thing about football, the fun thing about basketball and baseball is you meet 2-3 times a year. We've already got them once. This is our chance to sweep them. And if you're listening to me, this is the time to do it. No Stevie Clark. No Marcus Smart. They've got an injured power forward down low. So this is your chance to get them in Stillwater. But you have to go out there and earn it. Because this is still a good team. A good team that last year in 2012-2013 went 24-9. And they lost in their second round game. 68-55 to Oregon. The Oregon Ducks. Their head coach is Travis Ford in his sixth year at Okie State. In 16 years, Travis Ford has 285 wins with 219 losses, winning percentage of 0.465. He's also been, he started at Campsville from 07 to 2000, Kentucky from 2000 to 2005, Massachusetts from 2005 to 2008, and then finished out at OSU 2008 to present. The leading returning scorers for Oklahoma State, the suspended Marcus Smart. Last year, he averaged 15.36 points per ball game, while averaging 4.21 assists per ball game and 5.82 rebounds per ball game last year for the Pokes. While number 22, Markel Brown, he averaged 15.27 points per ball game, while averaging 2.42 assists per ball game and 4.42 rebounds per ball game last year for Okie State. The Sooners of 2012-2013 went 2012, losing in their second round game to San Diego State, 70-55. They are head coached by Lon Kruger in his third year at OSU and at Oklahoma, 27th year overall, with 514 wins and averaging 331 losses. Winning percentage at 0.608. He's also been the head coach at Texas Pan American from 83 to 86. 86 to 90, he was at Kansas State. 90 to 96, he was at Florida. 96 to 2000, he was at Illinois. He then took 2 stints in the NBA. He was with the Atlanta Hawks from 2000 to 2003. And then in the 03-04 campaign, he was with the New York Knicks. Before coming back after the 04 campaign from 04 to 2011 with UNLV in college, and then from 2011 to present at Oklahoma. The leading returning scorers for each side. For Oklahoma, number 24, Buddy Hield, and number 21, Cameron Clark. First of all, number 24, Buddy Hield, averages 7.82 points per ball game last year for the Schooner, while averaging 1.85 assists per ball game and 4.19 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. While Cameron Clark averaged 6.47 points per ball game, while averaging 0.45 assists per ball game and 3.19 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners coming off the bench. All right, this has been the pregame show for Texas Tech at Oklahoma and Bedlam OU at OSU. Remember, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Everyone have a nice night. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.